The crowd held its breath as a shy Filipino Christian boy walked onto the AGT stage in 2025. Nobody expected what was about to happen. In just moments, his voice would unleash a song so dark, so powerful, that even Simon Cowell froze mid-judgment. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the most shocking moments from AGT this year. The lights dimmed, and the atmosphere in the auditorium shifted. The young boy, barely 16, took his place on the stage. His name was Mateo, a quiet and humble Christian from Cebu, Philippines. His story was one of faith, struggle, and a secret talent that had been hidden from the world. Ever since he was a child, Mateo had felt drawn to music in a way that both thrilled and frightened him. He could feel every note, every chord, as if the songs themselves were alive. But the song he chose to perform tonight was unlike anything he had ever sung. The judges' panel was a mix of curiosity and skepticism. Simon Cowell, known for his brutally honest critiques, leaned back in his chair, arms crossed. He had seen thousands of acts over the years, but there was something different about this boy. Mateo's hands shook slightly as he adjusted the microphone, and the silence that followed felt like an eternity. Then he began to sing. The opening notes were soft, almost haunting, and the audience felt the tension immediately. It was a song that seemed to come from the shadows themselves, a melody so chilling that whispers seemed to echo through the hall. Mateo's voice grew stronger, richer, more commanding with every passing second. The song, rumored in his hometown as "the song the devil wrote," was full of dark harmonies and unsettling rhythms, yet there was a purity in his voice that betrayed the boy's innocence. Simon's eyes widened. Normally quick to judge and even quicker to smile at clever performances, he was silent. His pen hovered above the paper as though frozen by the power of the music. The other judges exchanged glances, unsure whether to applaud or call for an interruption. Every note Mateo hit was precise, each phrase more terrifyingly beautiful than the last. It was as if he were walking a razor's edge between light and darkness, and the entire theater felt the pull of both. Halfway through the performance, a sudden twist shocked everyone. The lights flickered, and a low rumble echoed in the hall. Some audience members gasped, believing it to be a technical error. Others whispered that the song itself had called forth something unnatural. Mateo, however, did not falter. His eyes were closed, and his body moved with the music as if possessed by an unseen force. The contrast between his youthful innocence and the eerie darkness of the song created a tension that no one in the room could shake. Then came the moment that made history. Mateo hit a note so high, so pure, that it seemed to cut through the very air of the theater. Simon Cowell leaned forward, eyes wide with disbelief, unable to move or speak. For a judge who had seen every gimmick, every flash of talent, this was unlike anything. The song reached its climax, weaving a story of temptation, struggle, and ultimate triumph, a narrative carried entirely by the boy's voice. The audience was silent, holding on to every word and note as though their lives depended on it. When the final chord ended, there was a heartbeat of silence. Then the theater erupted in applause, screams, and standing ovations. Simon Cowell remained still for a moment longer, the shock etched clearly on his face. When he finally spoke, his voice was quieter than usual, almost reverent. He said that he had never heard a performance like this, that it was both terrifying and beautiful, dark yet filled with hope. The story didn't end there. As Mateo left the stage, whispers of his performance spread across social media like wildfire. Videos of his haunting voice and the stunned reaction of the judges went viral overnight. Some people speculated about the curse of the song, while others marveled at the boy's talent and faith. Interviews with Mateo revealed a humble young man who believed that music, even a dark song, could carry messages of redemption and strength. Behind the scenes, the twists continued. A mysterious figure from Mateo's past appeared in the audience for the final show. This man, rumored to be a retired musician with knowledge of forbidden melodies, approached Mateo after the performance. He revealed that the song Mateo had chosen was once part of a lost collection of music said to have been banned for its unnerving power. Yet, in Mateo's voice, the song became something entirely new, a bridge between shadows and light. AGT producers were in shock as well. They debated whether to allow the boy to continue in the competition because the intensity of his performance had created such strong reactions. Fans, however, flooded the show's social media accounts with messages of support, demanding that Mateo stay and reach the finals. The story of the Filipino Christian boy singing a song, "The Devil Wrote," became a symbol of courage, faith, and artistry transcending fear. As the season continued, Mateo performed again, each time revealing more depth and control in his voice. He never lost the mysterious allure of that first performance, but he also displayed the warmth of his character and the strength of his beliefs. By the time the finals approached, Mateo was no longer just a contestant, he was a phenomenon. His journey inspired young musicians around the world, showing that talent, when combined with conviction, could move even the hardest of hearts. In the final moments of AGT 2025, Mateo stood center stage once more. The audience waited in anticipation, knowing that whatever came next could only cement his place in history. The lights dimmed, the first notes rang out, and Simon Cowell, once the stoic critic, could only watch in awe. Mateo's voice carried a story of darkness transformed into hope, a song that once frightened now brought tears, joy, and inspiration to millions.